Hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games and welcome back to part 4 of my Brazil campaign here in Hearts of Iron 4, the Moe Order. So we were just forming an agricultural commission, and as always we're keeping an eye on the Lot Quadros influence meter. Brazilian Armed Forces kind of seem to be looking good right now. I think what we'll do is... Dang, we're continuing to reassure this top brass is so expensive, but it's because I don't want the nepotism to rise. We'll just have to figure something out. The S&P held on in Scotland. Wow, that is some hair. Look at those braids. Hold on a sec. Let's come over here. I just always like keeping the these boosted, although the civilian part's probably not helping me a ton right now. Let's increase the utilization here. The watershed moment. Kennedy spearheaded a bill named Civil Rights. Quickly ratified the bill, a turning point in the history of their nation. So we've got token civil rights legislation up there in the US of A. Let's see how it works out for him, Cotton. Let's build some infrastructure in Bahia. Actually, no. Let's come over here. Yeah. Goiás will be a little better, I think. Okay. Resource gain efficiency. Do I really need that? Yeah, because the thing is, the stuff I got plenty of it. I need steel when you get right down to it. When you get down to it. So yeah, we're gonna build over here for in Sao Paulo just so we can get resources. Music's a little bit loud in my ears, anyway. Just turning that. Okay. So what do we want to do here? Rifles are fine. I think we want to, because we are going to be able to get involved in wars later. Let me take another look at my army. Look at the details of this template. Really not that great at all. Do I want to improve that air assault stuff I've got? Am I even building it? I have HOIs. Maybe I should go in a little harder on some of this. Let me double check this template. So if I came here and I later wanted to add... No, they don't have motorized recon anymore. That's not a thing, but... Okay, equipment costs. We need transport, helicopters... Really, that's it. IVF recon, MBT recon, motorized recon. Well, we already have the helicopters, and yeah, it's too much to research the next. We're working on all this industry. Actually, no, we're not here. Whoops, my bad. There we go. We have a Senado campaign. Whatever. Don't care. Okay. Alright, Fox Tactics. Adamar stepped into the campaign bus, staffers around him, sat down, it was 4 p.m., he'd been campaigning since 6 a.m., opposition parties were surprised by innovation. Basically, PSP candidates' popularities are rising significantly. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Oh. What's happening? There we go. Alright. Couple things going on here. Vitor had been a bureaucrat for almost 6 years now, but this posting was completely new. He'd been a city man all his life, never been in the countryside once, and he'd been picked for the Agricultural Commission because they were impressed with his previous work. Let's see, he had a simple task. Electricity was spending. Young people could read. Richer peasants had old but well-kept cars. Yet the countryside barely moved out of the last century. Mayors were so rich, the insides of their houses made Rio's finest apartments look shabby. Gallos still dominated the states. They had eyes and ears everywhere. Vitor steeled themselves. She was a city woman. She had never been in the countryside, but these people who fed Brazil, who formed its heart, had been lied to again and again, forced to cling to empty promises that were never fulfilled. The commission would ensure that the peasants would finally get their due. Nice. So we got some political power off that. Forced premature retirement, Salgado sat and stared blankly at the cityscape outside his drab arborist window. Lisbon was no Brasilia, that was for sure. So he is in exile up here. Salgado was sick of the goddamn... He's over here. So was sick of the goddamn Iberians, sick of their customs, sick of watching his own party get subverted from a million miles away. He fled to Iberia to bring Franco or Salazar on his side to retake Brazil in the name of fascism, but that notion was dispelled soon enough. Even Franco shunned him, annoyed with the requests of a fellow fascist patriot and believer. Idiots. Unless something changed here or back home, Salgado's cause was doomed. Brought bread for the ducks. Okay, now, time to deploy Goliath! Wait, do I want to stop the company? No, yeah, we're coming down here. We're coming down here for sure. This I know for sure. Okay, let's reassure the brass. Okay. Now, can we maybe be making a couple extra divisions here and there or something? Just something, yeah. Just till I think of what to do later. You know what, how much would it actually cost to do another one of these? We would need 105 transport helicopters. Are we making transport helicopters right now? Or we got 2 factories doing that? You know what, I'm going to stop these jet fighters. Let's go in on the transports a little more. Because this just costs aluminum, and that's one thing we've got a whole lot of. USA is attacking Guyana. That's on our border. Shouldn't we be able to get an interviewer? No, I understand. We don't need stuff like that happening. Let's get a little more support equipment happening. Wait, are we not building any at all? What the hell? That's weird. Yeah, we weren't building any support equipment. That costs steel. War in Guyana. Oh, it's like a matter of oil. So this is Lot here. Meeting with Petrobras, who had helped expand their organization. You're telling me that despite the recent expansion of Petrobras operations, it's still a drop in a bucket compared to what we have to import from elsewhere. We have to import supplies from the Italian sphere in the Middle East, Your Excellency. That shows no sign of stopping for the foreseeable future. 20 years at least is what we're expecting before we can wean ourselves of this. So 20 years is only if we keep industrializing. Yeah, so that's the best case scenario. Oil prices destabilized by Italian-Turco conflict. There's an impetuous for you gentlemen. Get to work. Okay, war in Guyana. So, let's see. Basically, do we want to support it or lodge a complaint? If we support it, that's going to make Lot a little stronger. It seems pretty even at the moment, but I think... Which was I going to do here? Investigate peasant leagues. Let's see, new source of income. Quadros influence grows. So, okay, if we end up coming down here a bit, we're going to get another Quadros buff. So for right now, we're going to say we support the intervention so that Lot's influence goes, and then we're going to get it back later with Quadros. Press conference. He offered praise for a Lot. This is President Lot here. Offers praise for the American intervention and her usual perfunctory style. Burnham's coup was illegal. The Americans opposed tyranny in all its forms. Quadros was not there, sulking about the government's unwillingness to criticize American intervention. Burnham was not free to take his people's right away. Weak response. Journalist was familiar to him. One of the right-wing scandal rags is Quadros behind them. Yeah. Would he support the Americans deposing any leaders they found offensive? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm never going to take this one, so that's going to go away. No, just get rid of that being an option. You have another development thing available. I keep doing just things in the Northeast. We should do some in other areas, too. Let's sponsor some industrial growth. We'll get a little boost there. Brazil votes. The election season has happened. Campaigners and activists put down their leaflets and placards and have a rest from the campaigning. Yeah, we're just waiting for the results. Results will be found in the Senado panel. Let's wait a couple of days to make sure that it actually loads. Matter of the Senate. Okay, the Brazil Congresso Nacional. Wait, where's the Senate tab? Here? Yeah. Finds itself a house divided on the aftermath of the 1962 parliamentary elections, though on paper the Congress Nacional appears to be controlled by the Vargas alliance of the PTB and PSD. It is nowhere near as simple as that. As one might expect, there are front lines, fault lines, and factions enough to make elementary schoolers' playground squabbling seem like a manifestation of student unity by comparison. In the Cámara dos Diputados, the lower house, Xiao Gula, formerly vice president under Kubichan, was able to garner enough support for the PTB, PSD, PSP, and other minor parties to be elected to the position of president of the chamber. But in the Senado, the rightist PSD candidate Auro de Mora Andrade, not known to be on good terms with Goulart, was the one that became president, because the PTB, taking advice from Goulart, refused to countenance having him serve as president of the Senate. Auro instead relied upon cross-alliance support from the UDN and other opposition parties. This situation, though less than desirable, is probably manageable for President Lott unless some kind of crisis occurs that would require Auro and Django to collaborate, which strikes most observers as an unlikely occurrence at best. Duly noted. Yeah, so the UDN is still the strongest party. But yeah, the PSD, remember the PSD is in that coalition. Okay. Next up, okay, so we're deploying Goulart. That's this event. We're going to do this. We're going to investigate the peasant leagues. I'll read what that is in a second. All the tired, angry little corners in Brazil to be sent to, Goulart had always found it in himself to make them his own tired, angry little corners. Nobody really needed to work away at calming down some forgotten village, especially not when the ever-regimented local police were already more than capable of quieting such insubordination, though Goulart always found it in himself to get his hands dirty, as his colleagues would say. The assembled crowd was already lined up, after all, and as soon as Goulart took his steps toward the makeshift podium, consisting of a variety of crushed cardboard boxes, the crowd's jeers and insults simmered down, and when Goulart opened his mouth, they came to a complete stop. Ladies and gentlemen, do not mistake me for the countless aristocrats. Do not take me for a brutish street tug. Take me as you would a guest. That is all I am, after all. Ugh, tongue-twisting. His voice hardened, and his posture snapped into that of a great agitator himself. Those who steal your grain, those that rob you of your efforts, that make life impossible, those are not guests. They are not welcome. None deserve to have their hard work chiseled into nothing but the moron artisans of the greater powers. You have all suffered under the tight yoke of those who have ignored you, trampled you. I have seen it. Even now I see it. That is why I will not rest, will not sleep, until I have passed a bill so strong that even the lowliest thief will pay his local representative to vote against it. The crowd had begun to revive their spirit before long, and they were chanting his name. Now he just had to fulfill his promise, and God help him if he didn't. Alright, so what we're doing now is we're investigating the peasant leagues. Leadership of the peasant leagues, as it currently stands, is a clear and present danger to the Republic of Brazil, and the military has no illusions about this. Accordingly, they have been talking to Henrique Lott, their former colleague, and have convinced him that decisive action must be taken to prevent these nuances from turning into something more than that. HOI4, backed by some members of the PTB, is complaining quite loudly, as is her wont, about this proposed method. She thinks it could backfire on us, but Lott and the military believe that the benefits of putting these seditionists putting these seditionists down far outweigh the risks, and so they will push through with this course of action. Alright. Got a little bit more factories available, so that's good. Let's go with the tungsten, I think. Oop. Oop, 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 oop. What's happening? Trade with Bolivia. Let's keep it in the family. Keep it close. Keep it in the. We rebel. Okay, Quadros. It's still contested, but wondering Quadro. No. Let's spend that political power over here in the construction budget. So now if we go here, that's the we just plain old don't have chromium in Brazil. It's a problem. General Poggy coups the Argentinian government. Cue all the Poggy Poggers in the comments below. Man, those are some shorts. The very short shorts. Peace conference. Oh, it's the Guyana thing, probably. Yeah, defeated Guyana in a policing action. Alright, time to pen the agrarian bill. So this is going to help with our consumer good factories. We've taken initial action regarding the problem of the peasant leagues. We need to take the final decision. We're going to propose a comprehensive land reform bill, which will be the largest land distribution in Brazilian history. We'll give landowners compensation. Okay, report on spiders. Lacerda looked up from the document he was reviewing, saw his secretary Esther. I have an update for you regarding the raid. Ordered earlier, a member of the police is outside. My name is Sergeant Fontes. I want to give you a quick update on the raid you had ordered earlier on the illegal organization. We've apprehended and charged 12 individuals with meeting illegally and discussing extreme ideologies. We're going to go to prison for these lot. He's throwing the book at these Nazi scum. How have the public been reacting? Well, they're busy following the lobster war. That's the talk of the town. This will not do, Sergeant. We must recommend for your precinct to release a statement on this victory you've achieved over the Nazi scourge. Quick, you must be going to the precinct now to rectify this error, no? Fontes sheepishly stood up and saluted Lacerda before hurriedly leaving the office. Second glass of whiskey is ample reward for the successful capture of fascist snakes. There we go. Plenty more chromium available now. Very nice. Erika. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty even. It's a slight lot. It's nudging that way, but I think we'll be okay. And we're making good progress. I think we're gonna get into 1963 in today's episode, which is you know, good. Yeah. Eric Koch severely injured in Kiev bombing. Pen an agrarian bill. Okay. So, hold on. We got union negotiations. Holding a vote. Okay. Well, hold on. Let's read some of this other stuff real quick. Oh yeah, we have a development edict available. Okay, so we gotta go to the decision tab here. The Agrarian Relief Act. This bill aims to begin the process of agrarian reform. We will redistribute land from inefficient, money-gorged landowners, such as ranchers, and hand it over to more deserving people, smallholders, peasants, who know the land more intimately and are better placed to make sure it prospers. The bill also has emergency relief and loans to ensure the agricultural sector does not suffer but continues to grow and improve. This will also hopefully put an end to the protests currently paralyzing our country. Okay. So we can rally various people. This is after the voting has started, and the people have to be able to be convinced. So I think this is similar to the congressional system that they have when I played when it was the United States, where you have the different parties in the Congress, and there is like a limit to how many of them you can actually persuade. Okay, so, and let's see, if it's time for restraint, if it does pass, we can get stability. If it does not pass, we'll lose political power and stability. Okay, union negotiations. If our bill's too weak, we need to get them on board with the bill if we want to have means of industrial harmony. We must meet with the union leaders, determine what issues they have with the bill. Or we can talk to the ranchers, they're a major source of finance. We got to see what they want to us. We may have to compromise, but in exchange we'll get them to compromise with us and maybe shut up a little. The concessions we will have to make are worth it when we are freed of landowners screaming like so many Miana birds on drugs about how law and its officials are tools of Amazonianism every 10th of a second. Okay, well, let's, what do we want to do here? You know what, let's get some better anti-tank equipment. It's right there. Might as well get that. And there's also going to be a cut, because I need to go blow my nose. Okay, we're back. So, anyway, I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter. What is Wrangle the... Let's go with Wrangle the Ranchers, because it has alliteration. Okay. The Sorbonne are dominant. Oh! Oops. Knocked over my mic a little. Issue of Wilson. There's a congressman who won re-election for his seat, but the governor, far from being happy about a party member winning, is incandescent with rage and displeasure. They wanted Vargas himself to win the seat, so there was a blunder. You want that good-for-nothing, German-loving, Nazi-aping asshole Wilson to have a closer ties with Germany, and he publicly said so. That Hitler-loving idiot will make us all slaves to those eagle-added, bigoted, blonde bastards if we don't contain him. Go tell the party leaders that this piece of human trash had better be dealt with before it gets too much influence. What is there to admire in all that horse shit? Yeah, I think we're gonna get to 19. Yeah, we're about to get to 1936, and of course, once you know how the New Order games go. Once you hit, once Hitler dies in '63, things really start kicking off. Okay, so there's a few things they liked about this man: his incessant puffing his guitar or cigar, to the dirty leather boots, to ruining the floor that used to be spotless. I heard you're trying to implement some new reforms regarding my land. There's strikes crippling the company, blah, blah, blah. Would we be able to continue if it was less effective? Yeah, etc., etc. So, what we're going to do is we're going to say, yeah. Yeah, so basically the rancher's saying, this is all communist crap, I hate you, fuck you. And we're going to disagree with him so we can pick up the political power. We're going to hold the vote. Here, what's this? We have a Senado vote active. Oh yeah, that's just letting me know, check the decisions. There's a vote on. So what we could do is we could rally things to pass this Agrarian Relief Act, which I guess I think we should try to do. You have 28 out of 36. I shouldn't have held the vote already, fuck. Oh, it's not quite enough. Shit. Oh no. Let's see. Do we have the... Can I cancel the vote? No, I can't. Once I'm in, I'm in. Oh no. No, no. Nobody's gonna join in. We're gonna be too short. So I just wasted 50 political power. Fuck. Let's see. Hold on. That's gonna happen in 5 days. And then this... Maybe if it'll automatically let me do it again, then maybe I could do it. Still. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Come on. Here we go. Yes! That's just enough. Yeah, because minus 5% consumer goods is, good. Oh. The Welsh Unionists win the election, which I always like happening just because I think that this picture is amazing. Britain is not a dream. These guys actually have a focus tree, too. That's awesome. My horns are the horn drills that will pierce the heavens. The day in Ganabara. Is Bangui beyond the factory? Let's see, there's an eviction notice. He wants the favela cleared out for the construction of a new tunnel. Now, I think if we do this hold the vote thing here, it's going to override the countdown. So it's just going to happen right now. Come on. Or no, do we still have to just wait? Is that just a waste of time? I should have been doing something else. Let's see, raise some taxes, low taxation with medium taxation, effective change. That's going to cost me political power? Let me check that. Low taxation, political power gain plus 15%. High taxes. Ah, shit. How annoying. Well, let's wait till this is done. Alright, it passes, and Trujillo just fled Paraguay. Celebrations were heard as the Senado passed the Agrarian Relief Act. It redistributes land from various corporate entities and rich ranchers back down to local peasants and smaller farmers in the hopes of creating more equitable opportunities for the lower class and to improve agricultural output. President Lott has alleged that many ranchers are efficiently using their massive plots of land, and that would be better in the hands of the local populace. We proceeded with the original version of the bill, and the gamble paid off. The PTB have agreed to work with provincial officials to accelerate the land distribution process and ensure that the loans are fairly issued, a necessary step to level the playing field. Well, the important thing is that we got the minus 5% consumer good factories, which when you stack with the other stuff, the Marxist revolutionaries are meeting. Che disappeared from notice, possibly exiled. I don't know. So let's what do we? Yeah, wait. Yeah, how many consumer good factories? We're at 53 right now at 80% utilization. Oh shoot! I totally forgot about the Amazon Railroad thing. Well, where do we go to open that up again? Or I think it's only going to just give me a pop-up when I can work on it, wasn't it? Or Zonas development. Oh, I forgot to be used. Yeah, I had to be over here doing it. Yeah, so these areas are already developed. I completely forgot I had to be up here. Let's do a little bit more. 14% every year. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, something just in my throat. Hold on. So, yeah, I kind of screwed that up. Of course, that means that we were getting money and political power instead, but still, I don't think it's super worth it. Okay, time for restraint. And, yeah, get rid of that stuff. Italy wins the Turkish War. Excuse me. So I'm okay. Alright. So now, do we want to raise the taxes? I really don't. Oh, let's go to stop the companies. Let's see what we can do over here. Yeah, this guy's relationship is a bit volatile right now, as you can see. That ain't good. 10% resource gain efficiency could be good. Uh-oh, what's going on with our consumer good factories? It went up. Oh, because of the Trans-Amazonian Railroad, right. I'm so sorry. Hold on. So sorry about that. Okay. So Sophie Walter landed in the airport for her vacation in Brazil. She breathed a sigh in relief. Home in Hamburg, she had to look over her shoulder in fear since she realized she liked women in a rather more intimate way than most people did. So she was going to have to be re-educated. She enlisted the help of some trustworthy connections, some of whom were apparently connected to the more radically liberal members of her generation. So with the support of her open-minded family members, enough for her to scrounge together enough Reichsmarks to go someplace more welcoming. She took enough with her where she would be able to establish herself, not so much to attract police attention. Sir, I'm a refugee fleeing from Germany. The officer at the till looked at her for a while, sighed, stamped her documents, and returned them to her. When he motioned for her to continue into the airport, Sophie nodded and moved on. As Sophie Walter headed to the airport, she heard the same practice sentence the officer gave to every single Brazilian and immigrant that passed him by. Unlike most others, however, those words lifted her heart as nothing else had in years. Bem-vinda ao Brasil. Okay, so we're taking in the refugees from the Nazis. You don't have to live like a refugee. 14% a year. It really is just going to take years and years and years to get this done. Damn. And you see, let me look at my. Wait, where's the trade? Yeah, if I look at trade, yeah, we don't have anything available, so we're not actually building anything right now. I think that's a little bit of a problem there. Might have made a mistake. Shouldn't have gone that hard on it. Yeah, that definitely was a mistake. Okay. Military is growing restless again, but the loyalty keeps climbing, which I'm pretty happy about. Wait, can I do a development edict while I'm also doing the other stuff? So, like, if we came over here, sponsor industry, it costs 10. Oh, has it been costing me 10 political power whenever I do that? I guess I hadn't noticed that. Alright, ripe harvest. Let's see. Egg Belly was lucky to have found employment away from the brutal diamond mines of Central Africa. The captain was a Belgian inhabiting Leopoldville, and he looked over his background because of a serious shortage in personnel. He wasn't dumb. As soon as he learned of the job offer, he had a vague idea of the motives behind the lack of personnel and the informality of it all. There was a Brazilian patrol boat in the distance. They were faster, and the job paid more in a single trip than what his family had probably seen in a lifetime. Patrol boats got closer than ever, attempting to ram. He was in the kitchen when it happened. There was a thump. The engines ground to a halt. 3 men came rushing in and pointed their carbines at him. He was handcuffed and lined up with the rest of his crew. The sight of the swastika being lowered to be replaced by the flag of Brazil briefly caught the interest of all those present. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. Huh. Okay. So, who's got more influence right now? it's a lot. So we need to balance that. We need Quadros to get a little stronger here. So we're gonna meet with Mueller. I'm thinking. Then again, the relationship will be determined by what happens here. How much political power? I'm getting 1.3 a day. 1.35 a day, that's actually not that much, but... Yeah, so we need Quadros' influence to go. The matter could damage our credibility and anger the Americans for trying to work with Nazis. Okay. Yeah, why is it saying a development edict's available when it's, you know, not? But I think we're going to stop it there. Especially because I apparently can't seem to get rid of this hairball. I'm Conquering History Games. Thank you very much for joining me. And I will see you all in the next episode. We made it to 1963. And the tensions are volatile. And they're going to hopefully get worse. I'll see you next time. Bye.